Hello, we are Enactus University, Saskatchewan, and we are a diverse group of students who aim to build and foster relationships to ensure that everyone in Saskatchewan has a better opportunity to succeed.
Today, we are sharing with you the amazing impact that we've made in our community. We would like to present to you our 4 projects from this year.
The Indigenous Youth Idea Challenge, helping Indigenous youth across the province turn their business ideas into reality.
Build a Business, an entrepreneurship program dedicated to teaching basic business skills to people with intellectual disabilities.
Sensible, which provides newcomers to Canada with financial literacy to navigate their everyday personal finances.
And Recolor, a crayon recycling project that collects single-use crayons from restaurants to be made into new ones.
Today, we are starting by introducing our longest-running project, the Indigenous Youth Idea Challenge.
Before we start, we would like to acknowledge that we are situated on Treaty 6 territory and the traditional homeland of the Métis. My name is Braden.
And I'm Natasha.
Today, we are here to share our program, the Indigenous Youth Idea Challenge.
The Canadian Council for Indigenous Business found the biggest issues facing Indigenous entrepreneurs is access to financing and that many businesses were operating without a formal business plan. We saw the need in Saskatchewan's Indigenous communities for business education.
To address these issues, we created the Indigenous Youth Idea Challenge.
The IIC project consists of a series of workshops where business representatives from the community take these participants through the basics of starting a business. This year, for the first time, we had our 8 workshops online. And throughout these workshops, we introduced participants to our sponsors, Affinity Credit Union, and taught them topics such as how to market their business, manage their accounts, understand legal contracts, and more.
The challenge has created a tight-knit community of driven Indigenous entrepreneurs and leaders. Once in the program, they develop relationships with other participants, workshop presenters, and prominent Indigenous business leaders in the community.
4 years ago, we had 10 participants. That number grew to 17 this year. And while enduring the struggles of the pandemic, we were still able to maintain the same success as previous years and grew our reach to even more entrepreneurs across the province. The competition ends with the awards gala, where 5 participants pitch their business plans to a panel of judges consisting of sponsors, local entrepreneurs, U of S faculty, and previous winners. The ideas are then graded on the quality of their business plans and pitch. They were able to host the gala this year using our online platform, Hopin. Meet previous winner and founder C. Lycia's Design Fashion Studio, Stephanie Gamble. She designs and produces her own clothing line, organizes runway shows, and empowers Indigenous youth by providing opportunities in modeling. Here's Stephanie is explaining her thoughts on the workshop and the program after her win last year.
I attended them like 4 different years. So it was really good. It was very helpful. It really broke down everything. Yes, I would recommend this. It's like a super awesome program.
After living in a cycle of abuse, Stephanie began following in her grandmother's footsteps and started designing clothing. Fashion became her escape to cope with past traumas. Each of her pieces are unique and represent individualism, empowerment, and confidence.
Since the start of this program, we have provided capital to 19 Indigenous youth,
Empowering them to turn their business ideas into reality.
and impacted over 175 participants.
Providing them with the skills and knowledge to enhance their entrepreneurial journey.
Did you know that 15% of the world's population identifies as having a disability? That makes up approximately 1.1 billion people.
70% of businesses do not hire people with disabilities due to the added costs of accommodating these individuals.
Accessibility is the largest barrier people with disabilities face and often require special accommodations or technology to help them succeed in the workplace.
People with disabilities are only half as likely to get a university degree, resulting in a huge education gap.
Build a Business is a 4-week entrepreneurship program dedicated to teaching basic business skills to people with intellectual disabilities.
Currently, Build a Business is partnered with Saskabilities, where participants experience 3 introductory workshops which include entrepreneurship, budgeting, and marketing, which help to build and develop their business ideas.
Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Saskabilities was unable to provide the quantity of programs that they normally do. We were ecstatic to be able to provide this programming for Saskabilities, as we have seen how this demographic benefits from routine, social responsibility, and sense of belonging.
At the end of the program, participants had the opportunity to apply the knowledge they've gained over the weeks by sharing their own business idea in a presentation and were gifted a completion certification.
Our goal is to provide the participants with the tools and confidence to take their business idea to the next level and create a career or job for themselves. Build a Business helps show that entrepreneurship is possible for everyone.
This year, we completed the first round of workshops, empowering 4 individuals to take control of their future. We are excited to return in the fall with another round and new participants.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lucas, and my co-presenter today is Mohammed. We are thrilled to be presenting our project Sensibles for you today on behalf of Team U of S. COVID-19 has fundamentally shifted the way we run our lives at every level. Despite the pandemic, our mission to advance social, economic, and environmental health of our community has been reaffirmed. Between 2019 and 2020, over 13,000 newcomers have called Saskatchewan their home. While newcomers are adjusting to the cold weather, they also have the difficult task of learning Canadian financial systems. From learning the terminology to avoiding falling into debt, newcomers face many challenges. Sensibles was created to address these growing needs in our community. Our vision was to better educate newcomers and help them develop their financial literacy. We designed our presentation with this in mind, to make clear, concise points everyone can understand and use in their daily lives.
Our project was split into 2 presentations this year, a basic budgeting presentation and a COVID-19 benefits presentation. COVID-19 is a very difficult time for many people financially, and the guidelines set out at the beginning left many people confused and worried about the impact of taking any government benefits. One presentation provided clear explanations of all the benefits and how each person could apply and what benefits they were eligible to receive. One of our participants even mentioned that now that they know about these benefits, they hope to use the benefits to reduce their debt. Speaking of debt, reducing debt was the main objective of the first Sensibles presentation. The presentation included discussion around credit cards, budgeting, and registered accounts like TFSAs, RRSPs, and RESP saving accounts. Many newcomers are unfamiliar with Canada's unique financial products, so we highlighted the benefits of these financial products and discussed how to effectively implement them in budgets and financial strategies. We followed up with our participants through surveys and found that 83% talked to or are consulting their financial institution to discuss opening a registered account.
We chose our target demographic knowing that we can make a direct, immediate, and measurable impact in their lives and their families. Being able to provide learning opportunities has been very rewarding with every comment we hear from our participants. One participant mentioned the following: I understand how to use credit cards and debit cards and how to save money in different ways after attending your workshop. This is one way that Sensibles has reached out and provided this aid for newcomers to Saskatchewan.
Hi, my name is Caitlin Peterson. I am a member of the Enactus team at the University of Saskatchewan, and I am here to share my project, Recolor. As a server for over 7 years, I have seen firsthand the amount of waste that used crayons produce and wanted to find a solution to the problem. The solution I came up with was to collect these crayons, full, broken, or bits, and recycle them into new ones to be donated or sold. This will stop them from heading to the landfill and also reduce the need to produce new ones, creating a full circle benefit. This begins by partnering with local restaurants in the community. By being a part of this initiative, they are reducing their own waste, reducing their cost of disposal, showing that they care about the environment, and benefiting from positive PR our team provides from being involved in this initiative. The majority of managers we have spoken with love this idea to address the crayon waste issue they have also noticed. We give each restaurant a crayon collection bin to place in an easily accessible location where servers and hosts can drop off the used crayons. These bins are made using upcycled tin cans from a restaurant so they can be easily sanitized. Once the bin is full, an Enactus team member will go and collect the crayons, typically on a bi-weekly basis depending on the need of the restaurant. In the first step of the production process, the crayons need to be individually peeled and sorted. This step is the most time-consuming, but also provides a great team bonding opportunity. Their wrappers are being collected until a more sustainable recycling process can be developed for them. The next phase involves melting the crayons down and pouring them into an aluminum mold. The mold was designed to be the ideal length and width for kids so they don't break them too easily but are also still small enough to handle. The newly formed crayons are then removed from the mold and stored in reusable containers. Since the raw materials are all recycled and the majority of the equipment is upcycled, there is little startup cost and minimal continuing cost. The biggest purchase was the molds, but these are a one-time buy. Operating costs include the gas to travel to collect the crayons and eventually packaging to redistribute. The majority of the crayons will be donated to places and organizations who can use them to bring joy to kids through crafts. We plan to approach elementary school teachers, as many of them purchase school supplies out of their own pocket. Although operating costs are minimal, to keep the project self-sustaining, we will sell crayon sets at local craft fairs, stores, and online. A set of crayons can sell for between $2 to $6, depending on the quantity and shape. This will allow the project to be self-sufficient and produce a small profit to be put back into the project. Since the project has begun, we have partnered with 6 local restaurants and collected over 3,000 crayons. Although crayons are small, keeping them out of the landfills will have a huge impact. By recycling the crayons, it is lowering the need to produce new ones, which creates pollution and also keeps the used ones out of the overflowing landfills in Saskatoon.
In conclusion,
We ran 4 projects this year to improve the social, economic, and environmental livelihoods of those in our community.
we are a group of 21 students,
Investing over 1,300 volunteer hours.
impacting the lives of over 33 people,
We are Enactus University of Saskatchewan.
empowering our community through entrepreneurial action.
Thank you.